Here we are, Fortune Street Wii. Go ahead, press 2 to begin. Where your first option is to play alone, which just plays your Mii in the selected file and go against Dragon Quest and Super Mario characters in games, and the records will be recorded. Where with friends, you can play with others and such, but the game will not save any keep record of any of it. So nothing will keep. There will be no track record of anything you play with your friends locally. So go ahead and choose play alone. Go ahead and pick a change save game, which go ahead and make a new game. And we're gonna select the Mii from the console. And whoops. There we go. So yeah, create a new game for me, and then it's gonna note if you delete the Mii from the plaza, it will also delete it from the game in the file. Go ahead and choose it and dive in. So the first thing is to choose your rules, where you have easy rules and standard rules, and a description on the top. Where here in easy rules, it's a simpler version of the game, which anyone can actually enjoy. More like just play. Enjoy is a different story. Here you buy shops, you build them up, and you just bring it home in a bold, brisk game of business and bargaining. While standard rules is actually the love classic rules from fans that were liked from 1991, which was from only in Japan, but it got to the US, and such. And it's the only game in the US and PAL where you get to dabble in stocks and dominate districts in a deeply devious game of commercial deftness. Which, if you ever saw my Itadaki Street playthrough special, Itadaki special playthrough, or Fortune Street special, it all followed under the standard format, the standard rules, the spear games, and the standard play as well. But we're going to start off with the easy rules, though. Which is actually, this is the first time it actually was introduced, is this game, actually. So the first thing you have is the tutorial, which you get to learn more about the easy rules of the game while playing on a special board, which is only in the tutorial. The next option is Tour, which is more like the story mode, or the main mode for single player, which your objective is to complete all of them. And the reward for completing them is actually you get to unlock new tours and maps for you to play, and also fight different opponents. Where at the start you have 2 tours already: Dragon Quest Tour and the Super Mario Tour, each with 6 boards and 3 opponents on each of them. Where to clear them, you just gotta simply get the victory position. And as you go along, it slowly gets harder with AIs and the victory position. The third option is free play mode, which you actually get to choose where you want to go and also the 3 opponents you want to face off. In addition, you also get to customize the rules and everything, too. Not like Tour, where Tour, it's set. The goal is set, and the opponents are set. And then lastly is the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, which you get to pretty much play online against others. Or your friends as well. The only downside, though, is that Nintendo cut off the Wi-Fi for Wii and DS games years ago, so you cannot access this mode unless you have your own custom Wi-Fi to connect to. Which, though, requires a long and hard... Well, it requires a process, though, which is it's somewhat hard. And could be simple, too, but it's a long process to make one. So actually play online again. It's your own Wi-Fi, but not with Nintendo's Wi-Fi. Then down here are some other things, which you have the changing room, which you get to dress your Mii up in the different clothes with the items you bought in the shop. Though, you're not able to buy anything from the start, though, but there are a few things you can pick from. And then here's the shop itself, where you are able to buy the clothes and accessories. But it's only with the stamps you've saved up from the games. which only through solo play, not through friends. So again, you can't buy anything from the start. Next is the display case, which you get to look at all the trophies and awards that you earned. And also some other things too. It's more like the collection menu actually. Here are options. You just get to configure the game settings. And lastly is save and quit. You get to save your game and quit the menu. If you choose to not save, if you choose to click on it and choose no, you will still play the game. Now, and then some other options at the bottom, which one is to go back, and then B+1. This is playing horizontal Wii remote. Is to play with friends, which all it does is that it just warps you back to the menu, and you just select the other option. Where when you click with friends, it will tell you that the game results in the other day won't be saved. And in the same case, it'll ask you for rules. Then it'll ask you how many players will play for the game. So you have 2 to 4. Where you can do one remote each, or you can do a shared Wii remote. Where from there, all you gotta do from there, you get to play as any character you want. Except since I already beat the game, times I already have the others. While I was playing alone, you have to actually meet the other two. You have to meet the S ranks and beat the map they're on. Which, as you saw, there was Peach, and then on the right was Jessica. They were S ranks. And then there was the other 2 S ranks. I won't mention their names yet, even though you can already tell who they are by glimpsing at them. But they're further in the tour. But everyone else is playable is choosable from the start. Where actually another thing to mention is that each character does have a rank next to their picture, which has the rank of D, C, B, A, and then there was S. Where D ranks are ranked to be the worst AI, or the weakest AI. C ranks are weaker AIs as well, but a bit stronger than D ranks. And then B rank, A ranks, and S ranks, they're actually strong in the game. But each of them have like different things that distinguishes them. Whereas like the S rank may be the highest rank, but B ranks can also do very well against them too. And A ranks. Technically any rank can, but it's like B ranks have a better chance to beat A ranks and S ranks. Where C and D ranks, they hardly don't. But there is a chance they can. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go into these other options, the changing room. So there are the 4 things you have. You have clothes, accessories, mascots, actions, and styles of play. The outfit you're wearing at the start is the basic outfit. Where when you choose clothes, you have casual, formal, sports, costumes, and sets. Where sets make you look like another character, but the thing is, you have to buy them from the start. Well, not from the start, buy them later on. Now, casual wear you could actually change to jeans, which the picture on the right to the option means that you can actually wear different tones and shades. So you start wearing just blue jeans, you can wear faded blue, navy blue, black, slate, black, faded black, blue warm, and blue patches. Formal wear, you have to buy things. See, sportswear, you actually have the A set. And then funny costumes and sets, you have to buy them later on. The next thing is accessory mascots, which there are more additions to the clothes, but you have to buy those later on as well. And the next thing is actions during the games, which you have 4 things: stationary, poses or idle, die, throw actions, walks, and happy. Where for idle, you have 2 of them, which currently it's on alert, which you see my knees just looking left and right. The other one is bopping. But we're just going to keep you on alert for now. Next is the die actions, which the only thing you have is chucking a ball. Which you see my me just, well, he just chucked it like a ball. And the third thing is walks, which the only thing you have is jogging. And lastly is the happy poses, which all you have is cheering. Next thing is styles of play, which this actually is interesting, where the game is going to tell you here that it actually influences how your Wii console computer control me characters do when they're out to lunch, or pretty much when you let an AI take them over. Where you can find the right mix of personality, you can create like different rank me AIs. So you can make one like a D rank or a C rank, A rank, B rank, S rank, whichever one, based on the personality and roles you have. Which you have a lot to begin with, but you can buy others later on. Same case with roles, you have a lot to begin with too. And then you have the rest you have to buy them. Now the roles is very on gender of the me too. So since I'm using a guy me, I have the male roles. If you're using a girl me, you have the girl roles. And then also, in addition, the outfits are different too. Where you have to buy them separately for the guy and girl gender for me. So it's like one thing is stick to a certain gender me you want, because mixing them as you play pretty much is too many things to buy from, and you won't be able to really buy them together. Now the shop pretty much is the same case, except you just get to buy them. But since we have no stamps, because we didn't play a game yet, can't buy anything. But it's like there are some things you can buy from the start. Except for sets. Just go ahead and just exit out. Next thing is the display case. So again, this is like your collection of records. Where you got trophies, which there are 20 trophies in all you can get, and each one varies, and then each one can tell you how to get one actually. So like this one is for taking the greatest amounts of gold and retail revenue. Like once you get the trophy, it'll have the name for it, and it'll tell you, and pretty much it'll just tell you the same description. Next is venture cards, where these are chance cards pulled during the game. There's 128 in all. But to see them, you have to pull them with your me. Or your AI me. Either one. Next thing is characters, which for characters, you get to pretty much see their details. You just pretty much select the character you want to. And then they have their description on the top, and then you see their happy animation. They're victorious. Disappointed. And finally sad. And then lastly are statistics, where you see your detailed rules from easy, standard, and then there's player details, which is pretty much like the overall game time you did, and the Wi-Fi, game start, stamps, and items. And then easy rules, the results ledger, you pretty much see your victories, your games, your ranks playing alone, with friends online, and with random people online. Then records is pretty more detailed things about your, like the largest sale you made, the payment you made, your sales, your total amount of sales payments, the amount of bankruptcies you went through, or the times you made people go bankrupt, the amount of money you made from stocks, and then your most valuable shop, from being alone, with random people, and with friends. So then goes for easy, and then the case was for standard. Now I'm going to end it here, as next time we'll just show what the options are, and also then start off the tutorial game.